Notice. Until proven otherwise, friends are enemies waiting to disappoint you.
Where am I supposed to put this mic? Am I supposed to keep it like right here, connected to my shirt? Or am I supposed to put it like right here next to my mouth? I mean, it's a DJI mic. Is like right here okay? Or does it need to be directly in front? You know, I listened to that voiceover like one time, and I was like, dude, I have to hold the mic in front of my voice, or like in front of my mouth, for it to get like a really nice, clear audio of my voice. Which is a little frustrating because I bought the DJI mic so that I wouldn't have to hold it or mount it. It could be super discreet. I could just pin it to my shirt and like play my game and not worry about it. But turns out it just don't sound good. It just don't sound good. That or like maybe I don't I don't know how to mix the audio yet. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. If someone's nice enough to tell me in the comments, I will. But dude, I went and bought this fuck. Oh no, I don't want to say bad words. I don't want to say bad words this early. I went and bought this mic. It was like $200. Kind of an expensive hobby to get into. But I bought it so that I wouldn't have a big dumb mic stand in my house, in my living room. I don't want to sit there at a desk with a mic. That feels like such a hassle. So instead, I'm here, sitting on my bed, holding a mic, holding a DJI mic with a clip on it. That I shouldn't be having to hold. I should just be able to clip this to my shirt, but it don't sound good. Don't. It's not it. Originally this video was gonna be about something else. Originally, I don't know if I want to get into all that, but originally I was gonna have a different topic, and I like cycled through a bunch of stuff, a bunch of things that I wanted to talk about, where I was gonna talk about playing solo, or I was gonna talk about my thought process through all these all through the game and the gameplay. I was gonna talk about what I do in certain situations and how I like to play the start of the game. How do I like to play the mid game? How do I play the end game? In a raid of solos versus trios on Outpost. And I just hated it. Hated the things that I was saying. I hate the sound of my voice. Kind of a kind of a weird ick. Kind of a weird ick to have when trying to create content. But yeah, I don't like the sound of my voice, and I didn't like the things that I was talking about. So I'm talking about me talking because I'm trying to figure it out, and I'm trying to like find my voice in this whole thing. And I have tried recording this a dozen times, and I tried even live recording, sitting in front of the game and yapping and keeping a hot mic on so that I can have my reactions to things. But like talking and playing extraction shooters, like you just can't hear. You can't hear the things around you. When you're playing solo, like there's no one there to take care of me. I gotta take care of me. I say that like it's a complaint, but this is the only way I like playing. This is the only way I enjoy myself. I also gotta like not mumble. I'm a big mumbler, big mumble guy out here. So a lot of my audio when I was recording these live, especially for like the first two, I did some live recordings for Perimeter, and I did some live recordings on Dire Marsh. That's how long I've been working on this. It's been like 2 weeks. It's been like a 2-week process of me trying to record my voice. And I mumble so bad. I just be out here mumbling. I just can't. I've been having such a hard time.
Recall window
And
will
like, I
remain
want to make
stable
these
for 20 minutes.
videos but I'm having such a hard time, like, even knowing what to talk about, like writing a script. Obviously, this ain't scripted. Obviously, I I tried scripting it. I tried scripting like word for word what I was gonna say, but when you write it down and then you talk, it sounds so robotic. And then if I try to write it down like how I talk normally, it sounds so like forced. What's going on, my fellow young people? You know, like I can't, I can't, I can't write down the slang, I guess, that I use when I speak, but like the natural speaking rhythms. I don't know how to describe it. I've been learning. I've been learning to just kind of be okay with the voice and hearing myself and just trying. But yeah, just being confident, I guess. Being confident enough to put something like this out. This is not the normal. Usually for my 2 subscribers out there, for the 2 usual suspects, um, usually it's just gameplay, and then kind of a breakdown of what I'm doing and my thought process. Maybe like a little bit of a role play of me being in the moment, which, you know, it's cool. I liked it. I liked playing the character, you know. But it is actually so much work sitting there and typing up everything and making sure everything's in picture and making sure that what I'm writing on the screen doesn't take up too much of the screen or isn't on the screen for so long or this or that or this. It takes so long to do the video that way. And then nobody watches it. And I think nobody watches it, one, because it's bad. Listen, we're all a work in progress around here. I'm not embarrassed enough to admit it, you know? But it's a lot of work, and I was making the videos that I really wanted to make truly. But YouTube doesn't really like copyrighted music, so you won't find me anywhere on a recommended bar. Like, even as far as like small creators go, nobody is watching my junk just because it has so much copyrighted music in it. And like, that's just the vibe I wanted to go for. Do you remember like the old, I think it was like Modern Warfare 2 montage with I can't remember if it's like Breaking Benjamin or some junk, but like with rock music. And the dude's like doing sick ass quick scopes during it. That's the kind of content that I wanted to make. But every short that I put music in every video, and every single one of my videos has copyrighted music. Multiple instances of copyrighted music. And I spent a lot of time on it, and I really like the things that I make, even if they're really only okay. It's all of the things that I want to do. But after I think like 7 videos, this one's gonna be number 8. After 7 videos of absolutely nobody in this entire world seeing the videos, it does kind of hurt the soul a little bit, just a little bit. Not that I'm banking on any of this, but I'd like to like spread a little bit of my creativity in it, and it just kind of feels like I don't have a winning formula. I don't have a winning formula because music, you know, because YouTube don't like it when I steal other people's intellectual property, which I guess is valid. Nobody likes getting their channel taken down, but I'm not monetized.
15 minutes until signal loss.
But yeah. Anyways, Anyways, what are we, like 10 minutes in now? Yeah. Yeah, to talk about the game a little bit. So you seen me over there plugging in the conveyance request, and the reason I do that, well, it's lucky that I found it to begin with. And I'll be honest with you, I think they changed the spawns up a lot because I don't think the conveyance request used to spawn there. And all the times I spent on Outposts, I never seen the conveyance request spawn in that little cubby, in that little hidey hole. But yeah, you saw me go over and plug it in. And I do that for like a twofold reason. One, gotta be nice, you know. You know, I'm just kind of a guy. I'm just kind of a guy with the one and only key on the map to access that elevator to Pinwheel. And I don't want to hold that, you know, and I don't want to hide it nowhere either. But really, like the actual reason, the more selfish reason, is that I want to make noise, and I want to make noise far away from where I'm actually hanging out. And if I can, I would like to convince the other teams to kill themselves, to kill each other, to fight each other, say it like that. Ooh. Yeah, I wanna encourage the other teams on the map to be far away from me and also fighting. So I blow that foghorn and I tell people to look that direction, and then I go sprint off to the airfield, which was always the kind of the goal of the solo rat on Outpost, because airfield has some it has okay loot, okay enough for one person. You know, I only got a 5K bag to fill, and if everybody else is on the other side of the map and or enjoying Pinwheel, then I'm just kind of good. I'm just kind of good to chill here and get all the things that I need to get. Obviously, making noise as a solo is a little bit dangerous, but it's less dangerous when you've kind of set the pace and set the distraction someplace else. So at this point, I know that people are either fighting over by the foghorn, by the elevator, or they're straight up just in Pinwheel. And if they're in Pinwheel, I don't really have to worry about making too much noise. I think the only wing that's right above me here would be the command wing. So unless they have gone through both sides and pressed both buttons and are fighting in command wing and they stop to listen to me, like, they'll never know I'm over here killing bots over an airfield. No one will ever know. And you can kind of do things like that in confidence. Once, you know, you kind of get the feel for the map, or you get the feel for how things are in the current match that you're playing right now. But yeah, that's why even a solo guy like me can sit here and start shooting away at bots. Because really, at this point, the only thing I have to worry about are other solo players, which are like unicorns, you know? In all of my time playing solo, I think I can count on like, or in all of my time playing ranked, I can count on like probably one hand that I've seen another solo player in ranked. So yeah, when it comes to airfield specifically, there's always gonna be like the two hangars, right? And while both hangars have loot in it, the hangar that has spawned the bots in it, and it's like a 50-50 every time. The hangar that spawned bots in it usually has the better loot in there. And that's why you kind of have to wait for the right time to kind of start clearing that out.
Until forced signal recall.
But I'm feeling pretty good, and the end of the match is coming up. Let's check. It's looking like 10 minutes ish. So what we got here are we got mad keys, and with mad keys, I could probably top off the rest of the backpack with one of those like yellow locked key rooms. But I have to find a yellow key room that's kind of out of the way. You'll see me check the map, and I see that there are 2 extracts on one side of the map, so I choose the key room that's farthest from those. Because the very last thing that you want to do as a solo player, specifically on Outpost, on Dire Marsh and on Perimeter, is different, but specifically on Outpost, as a solo player, you never, ever want to be seen. You never want to be seen. Being seen is a death sentence because they know you need keys. You need keys to leave. And so you're either gonna take a guarded exfil, or you're gonna take a locked exfil. And when the map is so extremely small and cramped, and there are so many shells that are not movement based that can very quickly traverse Outpost, you're not getting away from anyone. You're not, if a team sees you, if a team knows that you exist, you're not getting away. The best you could do is hope for final exfil, and then try to position yourself to jump into the final exfil without getting full killed by a 3 stack, you know? So this is where I mess up. I was sprinting, and me sprinting is not a bad thing because it makes noise. You're always gonna make noise. But me sprinting is a bad thing because I couldn't hear them sprinting. Damn. Yeah, so at that point, I kind of knew that the run was cooked. At that point, I was trying to be safe, and I was trying to make it to that key room just to top off the rest of the backpack. And I knew I fucked up. I knew I fucked up because they saw me. And now it doesn't matter where I go. It doesn't matter where I go. And not only did they saw me, a freaking recon saw me. Right? Which you're always gonna know that a recon's gonna be on the team, and that's why you don't really always want to be banking on final exfil, because you're never gonna be in a spot where a recon can't see you at final exfil. Right? So I knew the run was cooked at that exact moment. And I can hear the footsteps. I can hear them around me. They're constantly approaching me and getting close. And I have one last signal jammer that I'm trying to use for exfilling. I could sig jam with smokes at a what is it called? At a guarded exfil, and kind of blend in with the bots to a degree from the recon. But it's not really something I want to use as an escape tool to run away from them. Because truly they know me, they know my voice, they know I'm here, and they're not gonna leave until they wipe the map. Like, they shouldn't leave until the map is wiped, and they can leave with maximum amount of like food and hollow tags and all that mess. But I can hear them getting close to me. And they're constantly getting close, and then I'm constantly trying to push a little bit further, just stay out of reach. And the rain is like a double-edged sword. It slows them down, slows me down, but I'm not super worried about it. I can always just kind of stay out of reach. I don't know the team composition at this point. I just know there's one recon, so I don't know how fast they can really lock me down here. But I make a mistake.
5 minutes remain.
I think I should have juked them either here in airfield or coming up. I'm gonna take shots. I'm gonna take some back shots here. Were those back shots or are they front? I don't know. But I should have gone up. I definitely should have gone up instead of taking this path around the outside, because there is cover here. And not only is there cover, but I'm making my own cover with smokes.
Smoke's out.
Assassin drops down on my tail, and then there's a triage, right? There's a triage who was just slower than everybody else, but the assassin was on me, and then So I'm going down to St. James Infirmary. See my baby there, she's stretched out on a long white table. She's so sweet, so cold, so fair. Let her go, God bless her. Wherever she may be, she'll search this wide world over, but she'll never find another sweet man like me.